You'll find out that everything, when this vast conspiracy is open, everything that you think is one way is actually the other way. Now, I need to ask this question because we need to find out. Does the orange grow in Africa? Do they have oranges in Africa? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Well, the problem here is Florida and California. Well, why is it that they will tell you in European history that the orange was introduced to Europe by the Moors? This means the Moors had to have been in the Americas. Because this is when they was ruling. This is not after 1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. No, this is when they was ruling. They introduced the orange into Europe. So we need to find out where the orange comes from. You see what I'm saying? The orange comes from America. So this whole thing about we was over here, that's the proof right there. And I got a documentary on it where they say they introduced the common orange. You see? You know,
Interesting.
it's interesting. Just like the pig is not indigenous to North America. It came through white folks through South Carolina as their medicine. That's why it's the breakfast on the most important meal of the day.
That's right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Most important meal of the day. When you first get up, you got to have that pig. Now, I couldn't understand the science on that when Elijah Muhammad said it, but then again, on the other hand, they were saying in order to live among disease, you got to put the disease on you to become immune to it. So what better disease to put in your body to become immune to something that's a disease-ridden pig?
That's what vaccination
And
is about.
that's the original form of vaccination. And it probably is the reason why we didn't die out in slavery also. Because we had to become we had to become immune to certain things over here. But after a while, you see what I'm saying, when by the 20th century, you no longer need a certain amount of things, so therefore it becomes detrimental. You see what I'm saying? But that's exactly when Elijah Muhammad said it, and that's exactly what they used to have to do. You see what I'm saying? The only people that really had to go around in fear of dying was the white aristocrats, because they used to, although they didn't wash, but they used to have better living quarters and stuff, so that means they'd be more immune to disease than the people that lived out in the fields and stuff like that. There's another thing they come to find out too, they found out, historically, that the Europeans didn't even live in houses. What they would do is they would dig holes in the ground. They would dig holes in the ground, and they would live in the holes in the ground, and then they would put wood and branches and stuff to cover the stuff up, and they used to live in the ground. Now check this shit out. And so they would live in the ground, and it makes sense because then it would be snowed over. And they would live up under just like ants. They would live in the ground, and then in the summertime, the snow would melt, the dirt would turn to mud. That's your origin of mud wrestling. It comes from when they used to live in holes in the ground. You see what I'm saying?
There's a book on there called Dirt.
The whole dirt thing. So the point here is, it still goes back to say, you can't match Whitson with no person that went through that kind of damn shit. As far as trying to think on his evil level. You see what I'm saying? And we talk about a cultural thing now. We ain't talking about no genetic thing. Like they say, this man lived in a thawed out ice box for years. So you know what I'm saying? You a tropical person, and stuff goes with ease, so you don't even try to even get devilish like he is, because he the master of that. Look what he came up out of. You got to go the opposite way.